Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What it be? What it do? It's your boy King Decker back at it again. We're going to be casting two fantastic teams this evening. Let me just get the link all shared with everyone here. Let me just get the link all shared. Get that link all shared up. Copy. And paste announcements at everyone casting. Okay, there we go. Let me put it in the Lolmidwest. But I hope you guys are all doing well tonight. Where is self-promotion? There we go. Casting. Hee. All right, perfect. So yeah, we got two teams lined up for tonight. We got Small Brain Mechanics versus Team Scorch. This is in the losers bracket. This is actually this is the first game of the losers bracket. And then also tonight we have Team Homie Humpers versus Team Ghost. That's actually going to be a pretty fire matchup too. Can't even lie. That'll be pretty cool. I don't think we're gonna be able to cast that one. It starts literally an hour after this, so it's gonna be, I think it'd just be too tight. I'm glad you get so much use out of that picture. I love that picture so much. There's something, it's so good. It's so good, dude. Oh wait, why am I still here? Okay, I was not. For some reason, I was not in spectate. I fucked up. But yeah. These two teams, man, I think this is going to be a pretty tight series. I am hoping we haven't had a we haven't had a 3-game series as of yet. And honestly, for some reason, there's something about the way these two teams play that make me expect this to be a 2-0 that could go literally either way. I just feel like both of these teams are so momentum based, and they have so many just like Chad-like players that like I don't know, man. I can see this A going either way, and B being a 2-0 for either one of these teams. But I really, really hope it's I hope it's a 3-game series. On the on the side of Small Brain No Mechanics, they're all repping the C9 logo. Bruh. Imagine. C9, I guess, technically is the only undefeated team at Worlds right now. Or, sorry, NA team at Worlds right now. So, yeah. I guess that is, it kind of is what it is, huh? But yeah, okay, so, oh, man. I'm just looking at all these players and what I'm kind of expecting out of these games. I think that the bot lane is going to be a pretty contested matchup. We got Red Captain. Okay, so we're going to be hopping into draft in just a couple minutes here. I feel like these, and also I'm not on unlisted. I'm on public. This is a public stream, yeah. Make sure that I'm not screwing everything up. Looks like it. Looks like we're good. Looking good. Spectate link. Our mids client is aggressively bugged. Oh no. That's never a good sign. And I do apologize. There is no Joshua Sherwin tonight. In the fact that he is sleeping. He's taking a nap, and I just I would feel bad if I woke him up. I would. There's something about waking Josh up from naps that makes me just very sad. I would normally wake him up from a nap to cast here, but he like just went to sleep like 10 minutes ago. So it'd be like I've been in that spot before where I just fall asleep and somebody wakes me up, and it's pretty sad. So good for Joshy. Yeah, good for Josh. Josh needs some sleep. Josh needs some rest. For real, it sucks. Yeah, especially when you're like dead tired. And he looked pretty sleepy when he came in, so I got a friend request. Unga Boonga. I have no idea who this is. I'm getting a lot of random friend requests, chat. I don't like it. It's scary. Friends are scary. All right, so yeah, we're just a couple minutes out of draft here. But the way these two teams kind of play have a little bit in terms of similarities. Man. Something that I'm kind of looking for is what picks kind of Lionel Johnson is getting here. I'm sure they're going to try to throw Lionel Johnson on some carries this game for the side of Scorch. And then I'm interested to see if Boonstra is going to get a very specific certain pick. I won't say it until we start getting into draft here, so I don't kind of ruin any sort of drafts for either one of these sides. But yeah, we've seen a lot of, I guess, so to say, not regular, kind of just 80 carries from the side of Scorch. There has been a lot of either he is playing a Boonstra's on an AD or he's on like some kind of pocket pick that really, really just like helps maintain team fights in like a 4v4 setting while Lionel Johnson just like does things across the map. On the side of Small Brain No Mechanics, at the very beginning of the split, bring back Tom cosplay. Oh wait, this is you. Okay. I'll accept friend request. Bring back Tom Kench cosplay. I didn't recognize the name. Sorry, French maid Tom. I don't think I'm ever bringing back that cosplay. It's pretty cursed, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty damn cursed. Keen, do you want to be added to my Kenshi game? Your Kenshi game. Wait, Kenshi. I have heard Kenshi, but what is Kenshi? I don't remember. What? How dare? I don't know. I don't know if I ever will. I don't know if I'll ever bring it back. Halloween is around the corner. Kenshi is pain. You've told me about this game before, I think. New spectate. Ah, shit. Okay. I got the new spectate link. All right, perfect. Halloween is around the corner. I should do something for Halloween. I really should do something for Halloween, but man, I've been so busy, chat. I actually have like a lot to do for Mars Dungeon tomorrow itself, and I'm so tired. This week felt like it just went by so fast. All right. C9 Academy is what they have their team labeled as. Bruh. Come on. Okay, so for the side of Small Brain No Mechanics, they banned out the Jax. Understandable, honestly. Jax has been just very, very good. Is always just kind of a solid pick in general. Jax can be down and still relatively useful, especially against certain ADs. Just makes their life a living nightmare. Poppy has also been a very popular pick. To kind of negate a lot of different comps. There's like two different ways to look at it. There's Poppy and then there's Talia. And there's not really a lot of Talia in the Rec League right now. Poppy has been seen a couple of times for sure. And they kind of do the same job, except Poppy can be a menacing kind of tank. And a good form of engage as well. So they're taking away that Poppy, and last ban here. Actually, I'll move my camera for now just so you guys can see everything. They got the Amumu ban in. On the reverse side for Team Scorch, they have J4, Lee Sin, and Gragas. This is something that we've seen quite a few times, actually, throughout the rec split, is that people focus ban Hairwiz massively, but yes, okay, there it is. They left up the Maokai, and Maokai can kind of be flexed in a couple of different positions, and yeah, they do lock it in. And Maokai is just great in general right now. I think Maokai is absolutely head over heels the best in the jungle position right now. I think, personally speaking, Maokai offers the most out of any jungler in League of Legends right now. So that is actually a very solid first pick, in my opinion. We'll see if they grab like Rakan, Zaya on the side of Team Scorch, or if they're going to save Boonstra's pick a little bit later down the line. They actually pick up the Nico. Okay. I'm down to play some spooky games if you wanna. I don't know if you got plans or anything, but I'm pretty free. Oh, I'd be super down. Yeah, 100%. Not them changing the team name. I think C9 Academy, bro. I can't. That is so funny. But we got the Nico and the Zillion. So we've seen the Zillion played a decent amount of times now. This is usually picked kind of early on in drafts and kind of just fit into team comps. It's usually not being picked for lanes specifically, but more so like the overall team comp. So what they're looking to do, most likely on the side of Team Scorch, is draft a very protect X type of comp. And very team fight focused. However, we have Maokai, Zaya, and Ahri. Massive, massive meta picks on the side of Small Brain No Mechanics right now. Deco's definitely in the meta. But yeah, Ahri is a menace in the mid lane. Has a couple of matchups that are kind of not great. But like for the most part, Ahri just gets to kind of really do whatever she wants. She's a very safe pick and gets a lot done. And it's going to be answered with the Ashe here. So the side of Team Scorch is setting up this really, really big kind of CC lockdown pick comp. And C9... God, why am I reading C9 Academy? Small Brain No Mechanics is drafting a more conventional team fighting comp. With a lot of really, really strong meta champions. And right off the bat, you see the Rakan ban. There's no reason to leave Rakan up here. Rakan would actually be a massive menace for this team comp. Zillion can speed people up, but you know, if Zillion gets tapped by Rakan at all, Zillion's very squishy, and his best kind of resilience to like dying is being able to speed himself up. If he doesn't have time to do that or ulti himself, he just kind of gets popped. So yeah, getting rid of the Rakan is really, really important here. And they get rid of Vi for the single target, which is kind of interesting. I think they just wanted to ban out another jungle pick. They're not really worried about top laners here specifically. However, speaking of top bans, we got that Olaf ban, and there's a Nocturne ban as well. So Nocturne is kind of for that cross map gameplay. Ashe, Nocturne, and a top laner can turn a 1v1 into a 3v1 very quickly. Phasmophobia or bust. I used to play a massive amount of Phasmophobia. I only play it in VR, and for some reason, that game in particular like makes me like motion sick. It's like one of the only games in VR that makes me motion sick. It's really odd. Locking in the Sejuani here. So this is just CC is what you're saying. This is just lock him on down, never make a move. Is actually going to be answered with the Zac, bro. Wait. Okay, so this is actually not a Maokai jungle, most likely. Team Small Brain No Mechanics always has these like gotcha drafts where they kind of trick, for the most part, the enemy team into believing they're playing a certain champion in a certain role. But yeah, Maokai is always, you know, very flexible. But oh, okay. I see why they wanted to get rid of the Nocturne now. Okay, bro, they lock in Quinn. Bet. I'm a certified Quinn enjoyer, and I might be a little biased, but I think Quinn is phenomenal. The only thing, is that it doesn't have counter picks. So they have Irelia in the top lane as the counter pick to Quinn. Not really kind of the worst matchup for Quinn in general. It can be a little bit miserable in the fact that if Irelia is very quick with her Qs and very snappy with her E's, she can lock down Quinn while she's trying to vault like off of a target, vault off of Irelia and lock her down. But it really requires like a very quick kind of set of inputs. Lionel Johnson, pretty perfect for something along those lines. But we'll see how this matchup ends up going. Quinn could most certainly have a bad time in this matchup, but if she doesn't, hold on, I gotta move my thing first. There we go. Back into position so I don't have to move it for game. All right. But yeah, looking at these team comps, right? So I thought Small Brain No Mechanics was just going for a team fighting comp in general. That's what the Maokai, Xayah, Ahri, even the Zac kind of lead you to believe. But then they pick Quinn. And Quinn is decent in team fights should she be able to find an available flank. She's very decent in team fights if she finds a way to get in on squishy targets. Because for the most part, when Quinn comes in on the backside of a team fight, it's, for the most part, like I said, a one-way journey. She finds a very squishy target, blows them up extremely quickly, and then hopes that she can kind of reposition and survive. But the thing that is going to make or break this team comp on the side of Small Brain No Mechanics is if they can play the Quinn game. This almost solely relies on two different styles of gameplay. Xayah, Ahri, Zac, Maokai, they're all going to want to be grouped up, and they're very good at team fighting, very good at keeping objectives kind of zoned out in their favor. Quinn is all about setting up wave control. So these two kind of styles of picks can definitely work in conjunction with one another, but it has to be done very well. Split pushing can be very, very hard to do sometimes. I'm interested to see what summoners Quinn takes, because you never realistically need to be taking teleport on Quinn because she's so damn fast. Especially towards the later parts of the game. She just gets places quicker without even having to use TP. Maokai, like I said, is really good about setting up objective control. So if Quinn is like, able to split push waves well enough, that sets up objectives really easily for them. They have a little bit of an interesting time team fighting, I think, into something like Zillion, Ashe, Sejuani, Nico, and Irelia, because having to push into something with that much CC is pretty sketchy. Like, Maokai could just get locked down and have a very bad time. If Ahri gets hit with any form of CC, it's probably getting stacked. Quinn, if she gets in the backline, she's probably going to get CC'd. So there's going to be a lot of death in these team fights. Team Scorch is drafted like this massive CC comp. And then Irelia always has the option to split push. We'll see. I think this all comes down to... how this Quinn-Irelia matchup goes. Ahri is definitely a win condition for Team Small Brain. So is Xayah. Like, there's certain champions that can definitely get online. On the reverse side, you have the Nico, who does a pretty great amount of damage, and the Ashe, the Irelia. So they have like a 3 damage comp on each side. We'll just see which one is able to kind of take off more effectively. Because if I'm looking matchup per matchup here, it is the Maokai support. So it's not going to be doing a massive amount of damage. Ooh, right. It's not Maokai jungle. It's Zac jungle. I keep forgetting this. So I have to say it's a little easier now at this point for Team Scorch to be able to enter into the jungle, since those Maokai saplings don't really do as much damage in general at all. But I think it sets up a better lane for Xayah here, for sure. If Maokai is able to lock down a target, just hop right on them, they're almost guaranteed to get locked in place by the pullback for the feathers for Xayah. So it's a pretty lethal lane. I definitely would have to give the advantage overall to Xayah Maokai, should they be able to survive the initial shove and poke from Team Scorch. Ahri Nico. Oh man, this is exciting. Chat, what do you think? Who wins this lane? Or sorry, who wins this game? Who has the easier time pulling off their comp? I think Team Scorch has an easier comp to execute. But man, I am just a Quinn lover. And if she's able to play Quinn the way I kind of hope he can play Quinn, man, that is such a nuisance. There's nothing more annoying in the game than Quinn. Bar none. There is literally nothing in the game that is more annoying than Quinn. She pushes fast. She rotates fast. She's quicker than like teleports from enemy top laners. If you have like a good Quinn player, they can absolutely just they could be a terror. So we'll see. We got a minute before game starts here. What do we got for invades? Potential invades. Theoretically, either team could kind of invade. Yeah, both these teams have decent invades, so we'll see. We'll see if there's any early game action out of these two teams. 26 seconds. I also need to remind myself to get the client off the screen so we don't get any spoilers. All right, 15 seconds. Oh, man. I'm also really excited about Worlds tonight. I can't even lie to you. I'm going to have, like, Worlds in the background as I'm, like, doing work and all that jazz. I stayed up way too late doing work and watching Worlds last night. It was so bad. I was up until, like, 8 in the morning. All right. Summoners. Oh, Quinn took the cleanse. That's actually pretty clutch. And went fleets. So has like plenty of safety in lane here. And then let me look at the other sums here. There is 0 TPs on the side of Team Small Brain No Mechanics. Zima took Ignite because he feels like he has kill pressure in this lane, which Ahri does technically almost always have kill pressure. So, not a bad pick. Ooh, Zima's going mid lane here. This is actually a really nice setup on the side of Team Small Brain. It is kind of instantly spotted out by Rusty Crow. Rusty Crow? Oh, sorry, wait, this is Nico. That is Tem. Apologies. Calico deals first damage, gets first gold. Oh. Auto too powerful. It looks like they are already ready to unpause. I'm not sure though. I wonder what happened. I know they said that they were having some weird client issues. Hopefully that's not. I can't believe he changed his name to C9 Finsick. Bruh. I can't. Jeez, man. Finsick has been so kind of on top of things throughout. He's been very consistent. Oh, wow. We got another pause. This is actually from Zima. I think both of them were from the side of Small Brain No Mechanics. Double pauses. Hopefully everything's good. A summoner has disconnected. Finsick. Bad delay, so okay. So Finsick is gonna have to reconnect here. It does not feel good to play League of Legends with a massive amount of delay or a really high ping. It feels unplayable. There are other games like shooters shooters kind of suck to play on high ping, but like at the same time, it can work in your favor. In League of Legends, it just doesn't. It literally does not. You look like Goofy when you're playing League in high ping. You look like you have zero control of your character, which you pretty much do. All right, Fidsick reconnecting here. So there's double TPs on the side of Team Scorch, Lionel Johnson as well as Tem. They're going to have a lot of kind of cross-map pressure and a good amount of... I think it is necessary that they have these double TPs. I think it's necessary that they have this Ashe ulti. They need to be able to work against Shreeze as much as they can to stop his overall pressure on the map. Having double TPs is going to help do that. Because if Quinn kind of out-roams one of these TP champions, it's like, shame on us. But at the same time, we have a backup. So it's not like the end of the world should Quinn kind of get the go-ahead in a team fight. All right. They spot out Nico. Okay, hold on. We got like a little bit of a pause buffer here. They spot out Nico on the chickens over here. I'm just actually going to bring this right over here. They spot out Nico right on the chickens. And this is right before camps are spawning. And I think they might have spotted Irelia too. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to kind of double check on that. But I think theoretically Blue should know exactly where they're starting here. Even with the delayed return from Irelia to lane. On the reverse side, if I remember correctly, I know I literally just saw it, but I'm pretty sure Blue was already in lane. I don't think they even delayed. They're just looking to get early level 2. So they know Zach most likely started top side here. All right, Shreeze already with the level 1 trades and does not get nicked by the Irelia E. All right. One thing I will say is early on, Quinn is going to have a little bit of a rough time in the fact that once Irelia is able to, like, in these first couple levels, should be pretty fine for Quinn. However, up until probably, like, 1.5, 2 items, it's going to be a little bit hard for Quinn to just be able to kill Irelia. She just heals up so much and does so much good base damage that it does become kind of hard to trade with her. But we'll see how things are. They're already kind of bullying the aggression here from Shreeze. He has to pop the cleanse instantly. Is it going to be enough for him to get out? It is. He is going to be able to get himself away. He is going to back with a pretty monstrous wave piling up for Lionel Johnson. Really good gank timer from Rusty Crow. That should be kind of freezable should Irelia want to, I would think at least. Hairwiz is looking bot lane here. Fidsick retreating now. Zach in. Hairwiz gets a double knock up here. Fidsick boots him back in. And that is just a guaranteed first blood onto Boonstra. Mono has to be loving that one. Being ahead in this lane is big, big, big for Xayah. At this point, there's like a little bit of a leeway for Ashe to get back in this lane, but it sucks. Especially with kind of just the setup that Maokai Xayah have for themselves here. All right. First blood. Blue is pinging out Sejuani in the top side here. They're going to be looking for Tem. Zach charging up. He's going to dash in. Connects with the Q. Brings him back in. Ooh! Actually connects massive brain with this charm. Expects the flash and throws the charm just to the right of Tem. He flashed right into it. Massive, massive brain. Jeez, that was good. It looked like it missed at first, too, because the charm actually passed Tem, but he, I think, buffered his flash. Ooh. All this thoughts. The speed up from Shreeze. W passive coming in pretty clutch here, but Lionel Johnson takes out a pretty hefty amount of his HP. That is just the unfortunate nature of A, this matchup, and B, when you see the jungler coming up to you, you know that you can't trade back. Quinn is looking to be a bit of a menace on this Gromp, however, while she doesn't have anything else to kind of do. We'll see if she is able to secure that for herself. Rusty Crow is still pretty healthy here and has red buff. Oh! Spots the mark on him. Unfortunate. All right. Kind of right off the bat, something to note here is the two solo lanes have been farming pretty well on the side of Team Scorch. Already a 40 to 21 lead for this Irelia and a 47 to 36 CS lead. And that is kind of keeping them in things right now. Because, yeah, that Ahri already has one kill. And this Xayah already has a kill as well. All right. Is my camera too big, by the way? Hold on. Let me just fix that quick. Let me just fix that real quick. It's just slightly too big. All right. Back into the game here. This is a pretty rough position for the wave to be in. Completely kind of frozen and pushed off the wave is Shreeze here. There's the Irelia ulti. Hops on the outside of it. Ooh. The stun does not connect. And Shreeze is going to be able to walk away. That is Irelia ulti expended. However, Shreeze's flash is not going to be up before the Irelia ulti. So she'll have another attempt here. A nice snare from Tem! And already this team fight is looking pretty rough here. Mono's able to pick one up on the backside. Hairwiz gets a really nice double knock up here. Zima hops over with his last tick. And Hairwiz is just chasing these two down. He's not going to be able to chase him down far enough. Mono gets the speed up from the W. But still not enough to secure another kill. And overall, just a 1-for-1. That is 2 kills on the Xayah and the return kill on Nico. Something to note is Nico does have Futures Market. So she's able to pick up some quick power spikes here. Poor Shreeze is just getting focused down so hard. That is the unfortunate nature of things when you play Quinn, is you put such a massive target on your back. Oh! You guys don't understand how absolutely unfortunate that fucking E was, man. Most of the time when you're playing Quinn, your E will push you across a wall. There are some walls that will be too fat for like the distance of the jump to push you back from. That one looks like it should have pushed him back off of the wall, but it did not. I was kind of right there with him. Kind of surprised that it didn't. That vault did not work the way it was kind of supposed to. Lionel Johnson taking a couple of pot shots here from Quinn. However, the damage doesn't really stick too hard until Quinn has at least kind of 2 items. Oh, a nice charm onto Tem here. Fidsick kind of gets duped in the beginning, as it didn't even look like it actually connected on the right target. However, some beautiful CC layering, and the ultimate from Zima with the Ignite is going to secure yet another kill for this Ahri. And these wind conditions are starting to pile up. They spent a lot of time getting this Irelia in a favorable position, and she does have quite a sizable lead. I mean, 800 is definitely not kind of nothing. However, is it gonna be enough? Because the rest of the map is kind of getting kind of scary. Shreeze gets hit by the Irelia ulti. He's just gonna back off. Really nice kind of just respect from Shreeze here to keep himself safe. Wow. Shreeze understands that he has a little bit of a reprieve here to be able to take a trade quick. But just look at how much Irelia heals up, dude. This is just crazy. What a champion. Oh, Ash Arrow was expended. It was fired. It almost looked like it. I think it was fired from the fountain, and it was aimed towards mid. I think because I saw it on the fountain. I believe I saw it from like the angle of their fountain. All right, CS lead in the bot lane here. Let's actually see how much Ashe is down. Ashe is down 1K, and this is making up kind of the majority of the lead that they have right now. There's a little bit of a lead in mid lane here for this Ahri as well, but across the map, otherwise, it is just a little bit of gold in favor of Scorch for their top and jungle. Something to keep in mind is Zach still has passive here. Sejuani has the Rift Herald, and she's looking to place it down. And honestly, it is top is a great place to go with it. Just accelerate this lead for the Irelia and make that TP advantage that they have going for themselves really, really matter. Quinn does have level 6 now. She's able to get back to lane, buy items, and not really have to worry about missing too much. See how much this... yeah, look at how little these saplings do now. That is just the difference between Maokai support and jungle. Those saplings from Maokai jungle hurt real bad. Rusty Crow's looking bot lane. And I think... I don't think Small Brain No Mechanics is going to expect it. They do. They spot him out on that ward. So clutch. They placed down a ward, actually, interesting enough. Tem is here. Counter ultis. Oh, across the board. And this is just looking like a really, really solid team fight for Blue for the most part. However, we got Lionel Johnson popping off, even diving tower and taking very little damage here. It became a 5v4 very, very quickly. That just working that TP advantage with the... Tem didn't even have to use the TP, actually. He was just in lane as a creep. But yeah, they win the team fight, and they get themselves a couple of plates. Shreeze was able to collect one plate for himself and chunk down the other one a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Irelia even picks up a plate for herself on the back end of that. What a massive kind of team fight advantage for the side of Team Scorch. Drawing this to complete dead even now. It initially looked really, really good for Blue as well before that TP came in. But yeah, that Zillion ulti saving, I think it was Boonstra. Just like right off the bat was massive. Like they hyper-focused, I believe, Boonstra. And used a lot of cooldowns on him. Didn't really have much in the tank afterwards. All right. And it's looking like... Ooh, hold that thought. Hairwiz does not actually get connected from the Ash Arrow here. Vidstic taking quite a bit of damage. We got the Zillion Bomb right on top of him. Hairwiz just popping ulti to keep his support safe. And that is going to be the team fight. It looks like this is going to be a red dragon unless Hairwiz is able to kind of steal it away. Doesn't really look like Blue is in a position to fight. They don't have ultis on their side. But they're still looking. We got Mono in the backline here, and he's dealing a lot of damage. Pops the Xayah ulti just to keep himself safe from the Nico ults. Meanwhile, Shreeze is getting chunked down from Irelia, locked up under tower. The cleanse is not enough to keep himself alive. Blue got Dragon out of that somehow overall. That's crazy. Zillion ulti wears off just in time for Zima's Ignite to take that kill. And overall, you gotta be pretty happy if you are on the side of small brain, no mechanics. Yes, this Irelia is kind of a menace, but, you know? Still picking up victories. This is a very close game, by the way. Dead even at 15 minutes. How's it going, Burrito? Burrito. All right. The dragon stacking dream is alive and well for small brain to mechanics right now. Doing a very good job at just fighting over these objectives and kind of almost miraculously pulling it off. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was pretty ooh. Hold on. Mono getting chunked out by Nico pretty heavily here. Rift Herald, the next objective on the map. It'll be alive for a couple more minutes here. Both of these teams are looking to kind of group up around it. Zima and Tem both in the bot lane. Tem does have the TP available to make this fight a 5v4. And Zaya's actually not even kind of close to the area as of yet. I believe they've spotted Rusty Crow on this objective. Not 100% sure, though. Ooh. Zima going for an all-in on Tem, just barely misses the charm. Expects the sidestep, and no sidestep was made. But still, chunks out Tem under his tower. He's going to have to back off. This should be a free tower for Ahri. I don't... Yeah, no, does TP. They secured the Rift Herald, so... Man... And poor Shri is just over and over is the gives him the thumbs up. Is the victim of the 2v1. Feels so bad. What is he prioritizing? Yeah, so the static ship is prioritized from ooh. Ooh. Does not connect. Oh! Did the Asher land? It didn't look like it. On the back end of this, we have in mid lane yet another fight happening. Zima hopping on top of Boonstra here. He does have the Resurrect, but does he have a flashing himself out? No, doesn't have anything available. He is going to die. Another kill for this Ahri. Gets all his dashes back and is not able to kill Calico here. Just able to run away. All right. God damn. This is an Infernal Dragon Soul, by the way. This is pretty rare to see these days. I feel like in most of my games, I never see Infernal Soul. Both of these teams use Infernal very, very well. Like I said, it's a triple damage comp on each side. So any team that gets this Dragon Soul is, I hate to say guaranteed to win this game, but my God, it really puts him in a great position. Two people are having to deal with this Irelia now, and I don't think that two people can even really kill her. Ooh. Mono baiting in Lionel Johnson so heavily. And pays for it pretty massively. It looked so juicy in the fact that Mono was just... That was such a massive bait, bro. Oh, man. That was one of the situations that is 100% too good to be true. If you see the enemy AD carry backing in your face just like that and sticking the back, you just know that there's more people there. Like, there's like a 0.2% chance that they're window shopping. Ooh. They spot the minion! They're like, what is that minion doing there? My god, instantly deleted is Zima here, and the TP now in the backline. Lionel Johnson right on top of Mono. They have the priority on these targets here, and this is already a lost team fight. Massive, massive advantage for Team Scorch here, picking up just 2 kills right off the bat and securing themselves this Infernal Dragon. If Team Scorch gets 4 Infernal Dragons with a soul on top of it, my goodness, that would be very scary. At this point in the game, though, Blue is just looking to slow it down a little bit. They're just looking to get Quinn on the split push, get a couple of these outer towers down, and get Quinn to kind of 2 items. Once Quinn gets to 2 items, she's a little bit more scary, offers a little bit more, and once she has access to, yep, level 2 ulti, she gets around the map just ever so quick. Where can I check secondary runes? I'll have to do it after this game, because I actually don't know what trees went for a secondary tree. These 2 outer towers getting relatively low from top and bot here. Actually, top looks like it's still relatively healthy, but... Now grouping up at this next objective, they dropped the Rift Herald, and they're kind of just looking to accelerate this game. They know that they're not necessarily on a timer here, but they have an absolute advantage in fights right now. Speaking of, Boonstra is getting absolutely just popped here in the backline. Another kill goes over to Mono. It looked a little bit sketchy at first, I'm not going to lie, in the fact that Zima didn't connect with any of his abilities. Looked like maybe they had enough reprieve to actually just save Ashe, but now they're on the Baron, and they're calling the bluff. They said, hey, you're gonna meet us right at Baron, you're gonna fight us right here, right now. They still have ultimate on Mono, but not much else. Lionel Johnson is gonna be the one to watch. Man, this is still a tough fight to have to take if you're on the side of Small Brain. Going in on Rusty Crow. Here, the Ashe Arrow is back. Lands on Zima. A massive knock-up and knockdown secures the Baron, too, but also secures the team fight. Shree's hopping over the wall. Mono is getting chunked out massively here. Rusty Crow does not have enough damage to kill the Sejuani. And my goodness, the tables have once again flipped. Oh my goodness. What is this game? It's explosive and I love it. Whew. It looked very, very juicy for Small Brain, no mechanics. But yeah, one of those situations where they only had ultimate on Mono. Of course, Shree's had his as well, but yeah. That Nico ultimate was crazy. Airwiz looking to keep Lionel Johnson occupied here. Lionel Johnson does get over the wall and is still quite a terror. Pulls Quinn out of her ultimate. He's going to be able to hop over the wall, and look at how much just pressure he is getting in general. There's nothing for Red to get on the map at the moment, but my god, dude. That's crazy. Zima able to secure this outer turret, and the fact that Boonstra is answering him in bottom lane is not a good sign. A little bit of a disjoint there for Team Scorch in the fact that they have 2 teleports, but the 80 carry was in the solo lane. Shree's looking to just clear these minions at this point. They did get Boonstra off the map, so they can kind of focus down this Irelia for a quick second. I think that Lionel Johnson is... he just don't give a fuck. He's respecting it, but he's also kind of just making sure he's exuding pressure. All right. Here Wiz hopping the wall here. What's the next dragon up? It's in 18 seconds, so it's looking like another 5v5 situation. Oh, God. Lionel Johnson takes no damage from this full combo from Zima. Fidsick now just absolutely getting torn through and CC'd to death. They do manage to get out. However, at the expense of a flash and 2 ultimates. And Lionel Johnson does not have ulti for this fight, but I don't really know if it even matters. Zach might just have to look to steal this one. And it's gone. Baron has worn off now. All right. And a little bit of a gold lead, 2.5k gold lead for the side of his Team Scorch. Zach gets a pretty massive ultimate into the backline here. There's no damage to follow it up. Cell Division is now popped. Are they actually going to have enough to defend it and save his life? No. Mono is going to have to pop the cleanse and ultimate just to keep himself safe. The Feather Call comes back. Lionel Johnson still diving under this tower. They're going to end up losing it. The resurrection comes through. Lionel Johnson does not have a massive amount of HP. Does finally get shut down. Rusty Crow dies as well. They're looking for a little bit extra. Oh my God. That was close. Bruh. What is this game? It's so wild. Oh, Tem, you did not have to do him dirty like that. Zima. Oh, ignites the wrong target and is actually going to die to Tem here. Well played. Hits him with a bunch of question marks. And why not King? Pop off, I suppose. All right, when's Baron up? Baron is up in 1 minute. Everybody's going to be alive and available for this, but, I mean, anything short of the perfect engage is going to be very hard for Team Small Brain No Mechanics to do much here. Ahri does a lot of damage, but Lionel Johnson takes literally nothing. You can see that he's stacked MR because he's not worried about he's not worried about just like trees or mono here. Mono still is going to be able to deal good damage to the Irelia, but Irelia is all about surviving that initial burst. All right. Grouping up around the Baron. We got 9 seconds on it. TP advantage from Lionel Johnson here. As both teams are grouping up. If you are blue right now, you're looking to just get that TP off Lionel Johnson. And stay away from the Baron in fights. Trees takes the ultimate from Lionel Johnson. Lionel Johnson is going for the dive. The Q does not connect, and he still has TP available. They can play this as slowly or as fast as they kind of want now. All right. Irelia guaranteed to kind of get a an inhibitor tower if they don't deal with her. They're playing back and forth between. They now see the TP coming through from Irelia, which is a little bit early, but shouldn't matter too much. They are all positioned and postured for this Baron, and it looks like they're just going to give it up. Small Brain No Mechanics gives it up. And a second Baron going over to them. Let's see how much they can get off this one. All right. They do pick up a little bit of shutdown gold on that tower. But how much is it going to matter here? It's a 5 point, almost a 6k gold lead for the side of Team Scorch. Quinn on the split here. They're just sending multiple members down here to quickly clear it out, push it, and prepare for this next dragon. And this is where you really have to be concerned. Because 3 Infernal Dragons it's pretty scary. Here we go. Dragon is now active on the field. Lionel Johnson just pushing wave, keeping them away from the pit. All right, Fidsick. Oh, Zach actually gets the steal here. That cannot be stated enough how massive that was. Zach does die for it, and they have Baron, so they're going to have to look to secure a lot out of this. They're looking to kill Irelia. Diving in, she gets charmed back, but has her W active. Are they actually going to be able to kill the Irelia? They do, but how much is it going to cost them? Mono is going to go down. The Blade Call comes back through. Is not enough to save his life, and they only have 2 members on the map right now. If Red really wants to, they're going to have to look to try to end this game. Oh, sorry. Shreese is actually making a recall here. I didn't even see him. They shouldn't be able to end. Wow. But they do get a lot out of it. They do get a lot out of it. All right. Backing away now. Woo, man. This is still a 6k gold lead. After all that, after the 2 inhibitors and that tower going down, it is back to a 6k gold lead. Blue kind of overall got a lot out of that shutdown. How much shutdown was that? It was only 200, but still, yeah, they got a lot of gold off of it. Secured the dragon as well, which I think was a was a bounty. Damn. Well played. Now we get a little bit of extra golds in these lanes here. There's no objectives available on the map at the moment. The next one is 3 minutes for this dragon. So this is a little bit of a blessing for Blue as long as they're not fighting. They have 2 waves of supers kind of pouring in and giving them extra income. They're losing out on their jungle creeps, but really at that point, who cares? You know what I mean? As long as they don't lose the game right here, they're pretty happy with this position. Just to be able to scale a little bit longer! Mono does not pop the ulti in time, gets completely fooled by Tem! That massive minion stack. Enough to fool anyone, and this might be the end of the game, potentially. Hairwiz jumping in, looking to save this tower, but it's already been melted. Shreeze looking to run away. Rusty Crow just mercilessly diving this backline, not taking any damage. And now we have 3 waves of super minions. Gonna start to be pouring in. Shreeze flashes away. A nice charm connecting on Lionel Johnson. He's diving into the backline. Gets the Zillion ulti on him. Is gonna be able to survive for a really, really long time. Here's it gonna wear out. Lionel Johnson survives with 2 HP walking away here. They're not going to be able to end the game, and they're looking for more. Hairwiz connects with his Q. Ash ulti goes wide. This is game 1, by the way. Game 1. Are they able to save the Nexus turrets? One of them actually goes down. And that is, I don't know, it may not seem like a lot, but that is a difference maker. All right. 3 inhibitors down now for a dragon that is up in 1 minute and 30 seconds. This is the point of the game that it's very risky for Hairwiz to now try to steal this dragon. If they didn't lose that inhibitor and were able to defend it, completely different story. But like I said, because they fought in that instance, All right. I have a feeling the next couple fights, maybe even this next dragon fight, will decide this game in one way or another. Death timers are pretty long at this point. All right. This Zillion pick has been so good. So good. And Tem has been playing his heart out on this this Nico. Everybody on the side of Team Scorch has really been putting in everything. Even the Ashe. This is an 0-4 Ashe, but literally the amount of pressure that and cooldowns Ashe has soaked up is crazy. Crazy. When are you getting your braid implants? Bet. Yeah, right now. Right now. Right here, right now. 3 waves of super minions pouring in. I don't even know if they're going to be able to even look. Yeah, they're not even in the area here for this dragon. And this is 3 Infernals at this point. The stacking damage that Scorch now has is pretty ridiculous. It's going to come down to potentially a Baron fight. All right. Does Tem take the form of one of the plants? No, they're just looking to burn this Baron down. They know they're not in the area. What's up, Chrono? We can match? What? Are you serious? All right. The inhibitors now coming back. The supers are down to 1 on each side. If ever there's a time to be able to team fight, it might have to be now. However, Hairwiz absolutely just getting melted here right off the start. However, a good amount of damage coming through. Zima gets dove in the backline. Tem just with a massive Nico ulti on 3. And the low health bars are not long for this world. That is the end of the game. Hairwiz getting now dove. Lionel Johnson saying, hey, man, I just want a little bit of extra. Let me pad those stats. And game 1 goes over to Team Scorch. All right. Before I give my recap on this game, I'm just going to run to the bathroom really quickly. Man, but look at this damage. Hold on. Before I actually do that, look at this damage. Look at how much damage Lionel Johnson did here. This Irelia was a menace. And Mono, not for nothing, was really playing his heart out on the Xayah pick. Zima dipping and dashing around. They got a couple of really, really clutch picks. But the fact that Irelia got so massive made it so team fights were elongated just that much. You know what I mean? Normally speaking, Sejuani as like the only frontline tank would be getting shredded through Nico, Boonstra, and Calico. It would have been too many targets for Calico to have to ulti, but because Irelia was able to soak up so much aggro, it extended the team fight length so long, and Irelia flourishes in those types of environments. Ashe too. So yeah, just very well played on the side of Team Scorch. As we get into game 2, I am interested to see what we have for changes. I will be right back. I'm just going to run to the bathroom. Yeet. All right, baby, we are back. We're back in the saddle again, baby. All right. Da, 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 da. Nah, or did I? I mean, that's the question. You are quite unpredictable. All right. We got a little bit of time before I guess we hop back into. Never mind. We'll be hopping to draft in just a couple minutes here. Looks like. I'm surprised I haven't seen any Briar. Honestly, though, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, Briar is like the Master Yi of. She's like Master Yi 2.0 in the fact that like Master Yi can really just snowball a game, but why would you ever want to play in a team environment? It's kind of Briar. I think Briar's a safer pick, but still kind of sucks to have to play sometimes. I really liked the draft on the side of small brain no mechanics. I actually like Scorches as well. I think the drawback was yes, Maokai was better for lane, but you just saw at objectives how little pressure they were able to exude. They most of the time were having to use the saplings just to walk in. Yeah, and the fact that Quinn got shut down so heavily ended up kind of being a problem for them. I wonder if it looks like they're probably. I don't know if they're choosing red side. It looks like they might be shifting over to it, but we will see. Barathia hit me with the big let me open up my stream on a separate tab here so my chat is updating. Chat. Okay. And as I say that, my chat just isn't working anymore. Ain't gonna get much more out of me, I'm afraid. Did you end up getting any sleep, Barathia? Or no? Mr. Barathia. 3 hours? Jeez. That sounds miserable. Absolutely miserable. Here is our draft pick order. Something that I've noticed out of teams, it is the question of whether you value meta over flex, I suppose, because there's quite a few picks that are very good in specific situations or just flat out better in other roles. But we've seen quite a few times, whether it's Worlds or in Rec League, that picks that are very strong like this Maokai are being used as a flex, kind of altogether. And when they get pushed to like a role that's not as strong for them, it kind of misses out on the value of the pick itself, right? Maokai is such a strong pick in general that I would argue personally that it would be better just to put it in the jungle if you're able to secure that first pick. That's kind of my take on the thing, or on the situation. But still a very clever draft. I think should maybe it have been a different jungler, or sorry, a different top. Hold on. Different support, yeah. They might have been able to figure something else out. They had, yeah, Rakan got banned out in second phase. Damn. Yeah. I've only slept 6 hours in the past 3 days. Dude, you are going to crash one of these days. Absolutely just crash and sleep for, like, at least hopefully a solid 8 hours. All right, blue captain. Let's see. So they have opted to get counterpick for small brain no mechanics. I'm wide awake right now. What time do you usually get sleepy around? It's actually kind of scary. Yeah. I mean, your body's probably just so adjusted to being awake for that long and getting that little sleep. All right, let me move my camera quick here. Et voila. I have no schedule right now. Yeah. Just kind of pick it up whenever. All right. Just waiting for the last two people to kind of hop into their role there, and we're gonna hop off into the next draft. I really liked the idea of Quinn in that team comp, but I don't know if they're gonna do it again. I don't know if they'll actually do it again. They had just such a good answer for it on Team Scorch. Oh shit! It's Tyler 1. Yeah, that's me. It's the real Tyler 1. You already know. No, I look like I don't know. I look like the kid who got like who stayed back a grade. Look like the kid who fucking stayed back a grade, man. I don't know. All right, they're starting to get ready in draft. Also, you know what? This is a perfect time for us to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Keen Decker. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a sub. Follow along here. It'll always give you notifications. Make sure to ring that bell. It'll give you notifications for whenever we do live streams. We do gaming live streams, sometimes League of Legends, a lot of casting for the Lolmidwest. And we have Mart's Dungeon, which is a tabletop RPG every single Friday night. And I didn't want to say anything, dude. Yeah, it does. At this hair length, I do not like it. I mean, when it was shaved like really, really small, it looked pretty decent, I think. I'd give that guy a little kiss, a little smoochy poo, purely on a single Pepsi. God bless Pepsi, man. Pepsi makes the world go round. All right, both teams. Oh fuck! I was on the wrong draft screen. So we are already getting to into pick bans here. Jax is once again locked in for a ban on the side of Small Brain No Mechanics, and they're just target banning Hair Wizard once again, banning out his kind of pocket picks here. They didn't ban on the second. We're gonna have to see what that is. It is Nico. Nico for the second ban, which I think is fair enough. Nico was just really dirty. And J4. What do we got for the last one here? The Zillion ban. Okay, so I mean, Zillion, honestly, Zillion was so good in that game. Perfectly understandable, and they snatch away the Amumu. Interesting. They snatch away the Amumu for first pick. And here's the thing is when you snatch away a pick like Amumu, it's really good into something like Rakan. So there's actually not as much of a risk of leaving up a pick like Rakan. Because you're not going to be really using it in lane very much at all. So we'll see what the answer is. They lock in the Zac again. They say, hey, you've been banning out my junglers so heavily. We're just going to take this this Zac pick in the first phase. And Xayah. I don't see any reason not to pick the Xayah. Xayah's just been so good consistently. All right. Let's see what we got the opposite side. Blue is going to lock in. Maybe AD here? Oh, no. They secure the Orianna. And I seriously, I just think that Orianna in general is the best control mage in the mid lane right now. She just offers so much and scales so seamlessly into the later parts of the game. Like 2 to 3 power spike Orianna, like item spike Orianna is so gross. And the Olaf gets locked in. Keep in mind that Olaf can be flexed in the jungle or top lane. This is most likely a top lane pick because they are on blue side. Yeah, Scorch just straight up is like, hey, we kind of want to get priority on our picks in the first part of this draft because we're not going to be getting counter pick on really anything. I wonder if they are holding out to see if they can get the Swain on Scorch. I wonder if they're holding out just to see where these picks lie, to see if they can pick the Swain. All right, Jace gets locked in for small brain, no mechanics. A lot of, actually, spotty kind of like appearances from Jace here and there. What's the red band here? They're going to have to type it in. Ash ban. There's the Rakan ban. I don't know if it's actually going to get locked in, though. Amumu is just so damn good. Unless that's going to be an Amumu jungle. Obviously, it can be flexed. But yeah, Amumu into Rakan is too damn good. It's a phenomenal counter pick. So if it is truly the Amumu support, Seraphine gets banned out. Understandable. They don't want to, have Boonstra on this Seraphine. All right. And the last ban coming through is going to be... I'm trying to think what it would even be. They ban out the Azir. Fair enough. I wonder if they pick something like Yone. I mean, they are all AD right now, so they're probably not worried about them picking something like a Yone. But I don't know. Yone can be exceptionally good into Orianna. They take the Forge. Oh, man, dude. Locking in Ornn in the top lane here. A little bit of an interesting pick. I actually don't know how well Ornn can perform into Olaf. Ornn has a lot of really solid matchups where he just doesn't get bullied because of the nature of the champion. But Olaf, man, it sounds a little bit miserable. I'm not going to lie. And they lock in the Swain. This is exactly what I was talking about. Sometimes Keen Decker just knows these teams so well, baby. He just knows. They lock in the Swain as they kind of picked the 2 solo laners. That was like the big kind of cue to me that they were going to lock in Swain, was the fact that they take Orianna and Olaf here, the 2 solo lanes. It was definitely to scout for the second half of this draft. And Soraka, my goodness. My goodness. Ooh, okay. What is the counter pick that Small Brain No Mechanics has available to them? They need to make it worth it because, did they save it for support or is it going to be jungle? It's Morgana support is what they save their counter pick for. I think Scorch won this draft very, very heftily. I think tit for tat, they got exactly what they wanted in pretty much all of their lanes. I think that they have a pretty good advantage in most of these lanes in general. I would say Olaf does decently well into Ornn. I don't know that 100%, but I think that Olaf is especially once he starts to get items under his belt, is going to absolutely tear through Ornn. Um, Jace into Orianna, I think, can definitely favor this Jace for sure. That's kind of where they're going to have to look to probably get their advantages, I would think. Get this Jace really far ahead. But Scorch has great answers into Small Brain No Mechanics comp. They have Soraka, Swain, Olaf, Orianna, and Amumu. This massive 5-stack that is so hard to kill. I feel like there's too little damage on Small Brain No Mechanics to be able to deal with the amount of healing and HP that they're gonna have to go through. But like I said, things can change in lane. Scorch is gonna, Small Brain is gonna have to win lanes for sure. That is just kind of the reality of it, I think. League back up here. All right. I think a lot of it is going to come down to how well Zach is going to be able to gank. I think Zach has a little bit more of an effective, kind of just like clear, maybe not clear time, but is able to maneuver around the map and get a little bit more done than Amumu can. Heal cut or bust, 100%. If there is not heal cut just very early in this game, it's going to be really hard to win it. They have to stop them from scaling. They just have to. They have to stop mainly the Swain. Mainly the Swain. If they can shut down Swain, I think that's probably their best outcome early on. Because if Swain gets ahead, that is probably the biggest win condition for Scorch. Olaf for sure. Like if Olaf kind of just takes off, no one's going to be able to match him in the side lanes. But yeah, if they're able to get Swain, that just secures pretty much team fight victories over and over. So we'll see. Who do you guys think is going to take game 2 here? Do we think it's going to go to a game 3? Or do we think it's going to be a 2-0 sweep? Man, that Soraka was a really good pick. I knew the Swain was coming through, and I figured it'd probably be like an Enchantress. But yeah, the Soraka, dude. Jeez. I just look at this team comp, and I just... Jace has to be ahead. And, like, big time ahead, too. Xayah can get ahead, and I still think that they can lose this game. I'm ready for some fuckery. I am, too. I am, too. I hope this is just as back and forth and, like, chaotic as the first game. All right, here we go. We have 3 minutes before we get into the game. One last look at the matchups. Olaf Ornn, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Olaf Ornn? Because I used to top lane a decent amount, but I didn't really play a lot of conventional top laners. As far as Olaf Ornn goes, I think that Olaf is fine. Like, I think he's so happy in this matchup, but I don't know. We definitely know that early on that Morgana was picked specifically to keep like Xayah safe and to be able to kind of counter the Soraka a little bit, hopefully in lane. Morgana Qs just last for so damn long that Xayah just gets a massive amount of free damage off. Kind of like the Maokai in the previous game, but even worse. Like it can really just secure kills super easy. So if they're able to tackle down this Soraka, like level 2, level 3, they should be pretty happy. All right. Bum, bum, ba-dum. I don't think there's much more to say really about the draft too. I wonder what they take for sums. Because they could run probably just a single TP. I think Olaf's going to take offensive sums, but I'm not sure. I think Olaf in this situation does take offensive sums. Orianna probably takes TP. Swain has the option to actually take TP here, but I wonder if he's going to take something like Cleanse. Just to make it so he's never in a bad situation. And then I think Ornn takes TP. Jace has the option to take something like Ignite, but I wonder if he'll take TP. Xayah is probably taking Cleanse, I would think. Minimize this bad boy so we don't get any spoilers at the end of the game. After this stream, I don't think I'm going to do another stream. I don't think we're going to be casting the other games tonight. So I think we'll probably, since I have a lot to do for tomorrow. Yeah, the other games it looks like are already going to be going on. Not sure. Yep, they're already in there at their first game. All right. Jace did take TP. Okay. So yeah, they have double TPs. Olaf actually went ghost TP instead of a double offensive summoners. Honestly, fair enough. Oops, what am I doing? Let me zoom this bad boy out. Hopefully it pops up on the screen. Perfect. Oh, invades. I wonder if any of these teams are they gonna counter invade themselves on opposite sides? They all changed their name to C9 now, and we got JDG Lionel Johnson. Both teams invaded on. Both teams invaded on opposite sides. No way. That's crazy. And they're still waiting, actually. Oh, man. They might get a massive catch here for blue. 3-man wait. It's Orianna. Lionel Johnson on this Olaf is going to have potential to do a lot of damage here. If anybody checks it. Who would ever expect this? They catch Zima. Zima's just waiting here. Oh my god, bro. Wow. That is very blessed. Looking to just bully him off of this camp here. Air Wizard is heading over to Rusty Crow, who now has level 2. And that is just tragic. There's not much they can really do about that. Zima's chased too far. He flashes away. Tem looking with the ball command to take first blood, and he does pick it up. A very scrappy, unconventional level 1 from the side of Team Scorch, just being very creative in their approach here to their invade. Going completely unspotted, they kind of had the opportunity to kind of do whatever. Calico, Flash is level 1. That's pretty big. That is pretty big. And Lionel Johnson, because of the aggression early here, he does not really return to lane with a lot of HP. He doesn't have Ghost either. Has TP to get himself back in lane, but yeah, he's chunked out. Is not really going to be able to do much early on. Something to definitely keep in mind, though, is the fact that Olaf does so much damage at low HP. He is quite a little machine gunner here at low HP, so it is a little bit deceptive to go in for an all-in trade, because Olaf does get a lot of value out of it, but ooh, a nice pullback onto Fidsik here from Boonstra. They're getting a lot of trade damage down. Calico still very, very healthy here under tower, though. Mono takes a tower shot, manages to get the root off, but Fidsik is at this point, and Mono does not have a lot of HP left. All right, Rusty Crow now in this top side quadrant. He moved over into the river, and he is going to be available to gank for this Olaf should he want. Lionel Johnson doing a good job at baiting it out here. Oh, a nice buffer on the dash here for Shreeze. Is it going to be enough to get himself out? He does have flash available, but he's not going to expend it, realizing that he is already being chased down and dead. Calico ends up dying to Mono, which is pretty massive here. Boonstra does have plenty of mana to be able to, ooh, flash forward. Almost takes the kill here. Lionel Johnson now getting caught going B. A pretty greedy B here from Lionel Johnson. And the kill does go over to Hairwiz, which I think is the proper decision here. I don't think Shreeze gets to survive in this lane and really be dominant for a long time. So yeah, being able to get some damage on the Zac. Zac can be really oppressive when he's ahead, so. Woo! Looking for a dive onto Tem here. He gets a flash away. Rusty Crow does not connect with his first Q onto any targets. However, he has another Q coming up. Cell Division is popped. Zima is getting a lot of damage off, but Calico is now here to support the rest of the team. They get the kill on Zac, and there's no flash available for Zima. He is also going to die to Rusty Crow, and that is a 2-0 Amumu. Such a great roam timer from Calico here to keep her friends alive and safe. Now Fidsik looking to be a little bit of a nuisance here. Oh, I didn't even notice that he has Dark Harvest as his rune. Got to flash out of the way. And getting proxied under tower by Olaf. Man, oh man. Whew. He does manage to clear the minion wave, though, so this does push up a little bit. Rusty Crow on the roam here. This is looking like it could be a 3v3. They're going to spot out Hairwiz and actually take the engage forward into him. Zima is here on the roam, but does get spotted out in a ward. That's just going to be one turret plate. Ooh. Mono getting a tower shot. Oh, what a sad position for that wave to be in right now. This has been a little bit of the trend for this game, is Lionel Johnson just freezing these minion waves. Shree's still doing a pretty good job at getting and collecting farm, but Lionel Johnson chasing down. He has the Q available. He's now immune to CC. Shreeze did hold on to that flash earlier, so he's able to get himself out, but he does not have TP to get himself back into lane. He's going to call the Ornhorn to try to thin out this wave, but it doesn't kill any of the minions. Oh. That's brutal. All right. Zach with a really, really nice position here with his Elastic. Getting right on top of Boonstra. The heal is going to come through. Actually, not even. Calico wasn't able to get close enough. Mumu lands with his first Q. They managed to get the knock up on Rusty Crow, but he's going to Q himself to safety here. And yeah, just another successful gank from the Amumu. He is now 3-0. Good response from... Ooh. I thought Amumu was about to die. Good response from the side of Small Brain No Mechanics, picking up this first dragon. And the game is still relatively close in terms of gold. Mono. Getting Uncle Mick touchy-feelied. Rift Herald looking like it's a free secure here for Amumu. However, Tem is getting hopped on once more. He does not have the flash available. Still on cooldown. And this Zac is all over the map. Both of these junglers are playing out of their mind right now. Mono taking a hefty amount of damage from Boonstra. He finally pops his ulti and is going to be able to zone them off pretty easily. Calico and Boonstra very, very full on health, but they're not going to stop them from cleaning up this minion wave here. And they actually cancel the recalls too. Interesting. All right. Boom, baby. Lionel Johnson just walking past the minion wave here with relatively low health as well, but he's not even concerned. He's just going to be proxying this wave in between turrets. And that is a massive feels bad. Is he going to go behind the next turret and proxy that wave too? Oh my god, dude. They have bot lane rotating up for this Olaf, and they're probably going to be able to catch him out. Question is he going to have the plant available to get himself away? Yep, there it is. He just hits the CC immune, and he's going to hop right over the wall. Jeez, man. That feels bad. Dedicated 5 people to that, too. Hmm. 1K gold lead for the side of Team Scorch. All right. What is the next play? Team Small Brain No Mechanics is going to have to look for something here. They're chasing in onto Boonstra. He does have ulti still available to himself. Ooh. Double TPs coming in from both of the top laners. Both still have their ultis on cooldown. Lionel Johnson is actually getting chunked out. Boonstra next on the chopping block. Overall, what, a 2 for 2 already? Now the rest of the Team Scorch is here for the fight. Zac is not available, and this is going to be a quick little cleanup here. Shree's the last to go down. Oh, man. It looks like, you know, a little promising because they got Lionel Johnson just kind of right off the bat. Boonstra didn't take too long as well, but they paid for it pretty dearly. And that is going to expand now to a 2.5K gold lead. All right. Team Scorch just being very, very cohesive, being in the right place at the right time. Everybody working very well with one another. Communication-wise. Lionel Johnson just showing so much prowess here. Rusty Crow in a bit of an interesting position here. Keep in mind that he does have a shutdown on himself. Boonstra now closing in with Calico onto Zima. Are they going to have enough damage on Rusty Crow just to kill him? The answer is yes. Who is it going to go over to, though? The Jace gets the shutdown, which I think is pretty important. The more damage that this Jace has available to him in this game, the better. They're going to have to rely pretty heavily on poke. And the dragon stacking is looking like a potential win condition for Small Brain No Mechanics here. Nice smite coming through. Orianna ulti already expended. Boonstra soaking up a lot of aggro. You see Calico just healing and healing in the backline, but he gets dove, or sorry, she gets dove by Jace here, is gonna flash and ulti herself just to keep herself alive. And you see how much just aggro Boonstra is able to just keep on himself. Hairwiz hopping on Thames. Does he have cell division? I actually can't check at the moment. Calico getting dove off in the backline. Zach manages to get himself away. Now Zima is kind of the next to have to keep himself alive under turret here. Tem is looking for the reach around. But Rusty Crow is just taking the solid fight with him, and that's not a fight that he's gonna win. Wow. Just when I sing the praises of Team Scorch here, they find themselves in a little bit of an interesting situation and end up losing the team fight. The gold lead closes up ever so slightly. That pink ward is still down, bro. I can't. I hope it stays there the entire game. That'd be very funny. Orianna, I will say, is going to start to hurt pretty massively here. Let's look at our gold leads. Wow. Every single lane. Fidzik absolutely just getting decimated by this Olaf damage. All right. And this looks like another free Rift Herald. I think the answer is going to be a gank here, but let's see if Zach is able to... No, he's just going to go for his creeps. His minions, his little jungle creeps. All right, and itemization. We have a Rylai's Rush from the Swain, just to keep them inside that ultimate forever. Rusty Crow is sitting on a ward right now. He does not know it. I don't believe he knows it, at least. Mono is not going to get tagged by the bandage toss. Hairwiz hopping in. Boonstra taking quite a considerable amount of damage. However, Mono is in the worst possible place that he could be at the moment. Calico getting focused down, and this is really, really important in these team fights. Zach now just hopping right on top of Rusty Crow. He shouldn't be able to run away from this. Does he have flash to get himself away? He does, but he's not close enough to the wall. Is going to die. And the fact that Mono is still alive is nothing short of a miracle. Now Tem getting chunked out under his own tower. Shreeze is not going to be able to connect. The sombrero does not come off in time, and Zima is going to be able to pick himself up another kill. Ooh, man, we got ourselves a game here, chat. They're actually almost up in gold once more. It's almost dead even. One case separates these two teams. I'm actually very impressed that Small Brain No Mechanics is able to fight like this from a deficit with the team comp that Blue has drafted. It's very impressive. But they're just getting on the priority targets. And also using numbers advantages pretty well. Zima, not really much of a place to run here. We have CC immunity for this Olaf. He's running away. Zima is going to probably have another shock blast for him, but... Rift Herald getting dropped here. Dragon is not for another 20 seconds, so a little bit of an interesting timer. I don't know if he needed to drop it there. But it was to get a tower on the bot side, and they do get the charge off. Airwiz. Ooh, man. Almost in a scary place. Dragon is now up on the map. Red is just pinging this top tower. It looks like they just want this. Perhaps in trade. They didn't really get to set up around this one. Typically speaking, you would want A, lanes pushed, and B, Jace to be poking out everybody here in the Dragon Pit, but they didn't get that, so they're just looking to trade turret here. And perhaps kill Lionel Johnson. He finally has ulti up right now. Not too bad of a trade. They had the stacking kind of on their side, so not too much of a rush to get all these dragons. It is once again an Infernal Dragon. Infernal Soul, 2 games in a row. Boonstra. Zach hops on in, misses the Q. Very fortunate. That might have been a very bad day for that Swain. Ooh. Boonstra still getting hopped in. Gets knocked back away from his tower. Beautifully played on the part of Zima. Rusty Crow hopping in. He gets a 3-man ulti. Clears all the minions off the turret. However, Zach was taking the aggro from the turret itself. Lionel Johnson doing his best to provide pressure in these side lanes. But you just see that Ornn is... You know, he's soaking up the aggro as much as he can, and Red is just making things happen across this map. They're not sitting and waiting to lose advantages. They are making advantages out of nothing. Out of thin air. Mono does have to be careful here. Ooh. Thames drops the ulti knowing... Oh, man. Almost goes down. Ooh. Tem dropped the ulti just to trade it with Mono, which is kind of interesting in my opinion. I think the Orianna ulti is a little bit more important than that, but... Olaf trying to steal blue buff away. It does get smited away. All right. As far as this game going on into the later parts, I do have to favor Red's comp, I think, a little bit more. I know the Jace damage falls off, but Xayah is a terror in the late game. Zac is a terror in the late game. They still have quite a lot of damage on their side. And that's the thing that I worry about, is if Calico goes down at all in these later fights, it's potentially just kind of GG. Obviously, Orianna does massive damage, and Swain is very, very good at just staying alive in later team fights, but Olaf's going to fall off a little bit. He's going to get just shredded pretty heavily if they focus properly. Whew, man. Both teams grouping up in the mid lane here. Oh, a nice connect from Rusty Crow. He drops onto Zima, but the Black Shield keeps himself very, very healthy and alive here. Front-to-back team fight, which is exactly what you want if you're blue here. Vidsick is the next on the chopping block. Olaf still chasing down in the backline, keeping the damage threats away. Tree is soaking up a lot of damage. Orianna ulti finally comes through. Hairwiz drops the Cell division. He should go down here. And this is a guaranteed Baron on the side of blue. Unless it gets stolen away by Jace, but man, pretty unlikely. Jace is looking, though. He says, listen, I got gold on my side. I can look to potentially just stop this or steal this. Let's see what happens here. First blast comes through. The second is going to be up in time. Is it going to be enough? No. Wow, nice finger on the smite there for Rusty Crow. Very well played. But good timing from Jace, too. All right, the gold lead is back in the favor of Team Scorch. Red does have vision advantage here, though. If they can get a catch, this changes everything. Boonstra getting rooted up here. Vidsick, however, just taking so much damage here. They just don't have any follow-up damage for that root. Zima was not in the area. And yet another dragon is now good. I feel like I'm watching a repeat from last game. Dragon stacking on the Infernal. They do, Mono doing a good job at clearing these minions. Oh man, Rusty Crow's so fast. That Orianna, like, empowered movement is ridiculous. Boonstra being the one to tank up the tower shots. Quite funny. I have to admit. Quite funny. All right. And they have quite a decent siege here. You see already just getting chunked out. Zaya has to get very close to get her damage off and clear minions. Oh my dear lord! 100 to 0'd in 2 seconds flat. Orianna absolutely leveled her. Ornhorn getting dropped through here. However, there's not going to be any follow-up. They're going to have to focus down Lionel Johnson, who is now just mercilessly hitting this tower. Is he a little bit too far forward? I don't think so. They're just getting so much pressure on the other side here that it just does not matter. Meanwhile, Mono gets hooked here from the roots and is going to end up dying. Things are looking a bit dire for Small Brain No Mechanics. They have to be able to survive this Baron without anything else wrong happening. The inhibitor tower goes down, and Lionel Johnson is running away. Gets rooted up, grabbed back in, and he drops the ultimate just to massacre Morgana, who is full glass cannon. And he's not done yet. He's going into Shrees. He gets a double kill. Zima's the next one here. He's still CC immune. It's finally gonna wear off now? No, it's still CC immune. My god, a quadra kill. Lionel Johnson is going for the penta and picks it up. No way, my brother. Unbelievable. That Olaf ultimate lasted so long. Just that reset, my goodness. He doesn't have it available for this push, but is it really gonna matter? he takes a Nexus tower, gives the shutdown, $700 shutdown to Morgana. At this point, though, it doesn't look like it should matter too much. They would need a miraculous team fight and a secure on an objective to bring themselves back into this game. Jeez. By the way, that was a 1v5 pentakill. He might have had Soraka ulti on him. I don't think he did, though. I could be wrong. But yeah, a 1v5 pentakill. It doesn't get much better than that, chat. Nice Q from the Amumu here, hitting onto Mono. Is going to force the ultimate off on him. A lot of damage being done in this backline here. Mono just absolutely blown up by Boonstra, who is very, very healthy. Rusty Crow getting chunked down, but really, who cares? All the actual damage threats are still just alive and well. And Boonstra just with no fear in the world, just diving under this this Nexus tower. Diving into the Nexus itself is Olaf. And that's insane. What looked like a potential maybe comeback for the side of Small Brain No Mechanics turned into a quick just flip to the end of the game for Team Scorch. That is the current state of League of Legends, ladies and gentlemen. It can just change on a coin flip. But wow. What a crazy series from both of these teams. And what a run from both of these teams as well. Scorch now moves up to the winners bracket. And Small Brain No Mechanics is going to be our first team that gets knocked out of playoffs. Let me check to see. I'm trying to think who they would move on to face. I want to say it's... Is it Sasagio? I think it might be Sasagio. No, wait. They just move on the losers bracket. Right. I'd have to check. Let me check quick. But yeah, GG's to both teams. A really, really fun series to cast. Let's see. Battlefy, what do we got here? Brackets. So, oh, that's right too. It's Sasagio versus Sad Jellyfish first for the winners bracket, and then the loser of that is going to face off against potentially either. It's going to depend. So Scorch is going to be facing Team Ghost or Team Homie Humpers next in the losers bracket, and then should they win that, they would face off against Sasagio or Sad Jellyfish, whoever loses in the winners bracket. But damn, man, what a hypey series. I really appreciate you guys all joining me tonight. If, like I said, if you are enjoying these casts and you want to see more of them, make sure to subscribe. Also check us out tomorrow for Mars Dungeon. We will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, keep the sponsor as well, Starforge Systems. Make sure to pick up yourself a Starforge PC today, baby. Link right in the chat. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for coming, Joe. I mean, watching. Thank you. All right, I'm going to leave now before I say anything else. I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.